Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming Chat and my co-commentator TG Derp. Welcome
Hold
in.
up, that's me.
Oh yeah, that's you. Hi.
Crazy. How's it
It
going?
better be you.
It's someone.
Whew. That's a relief. So yeah,
Alrighty
so who
then.
do we have racing for this evening slash almost morning?
Almost morning. I guess it is almost morning for me, isn't it? Yeah, we got Maniacal on the left, noted for being on my team, actually. And Sasha Boss on the right, noted for not being on my team. So I guess you know who I'm pulling for here. It's Sasha, of course. My team sucks.
Wow. That's
Got
this is
him.
some okay. Well, never mind. Still, I mean, that's cool that you came out to support, your fellow teammate.
Oh, you know I had to do it.
Straight representing. Both runners are off. So what's the flavor this time regarding these randos? What are we doing? Because each week we have a different, a different spice that goes into these recipes, and we switch up the randos.
Oh yeah, we got a pretty tasty spice going on here. We got the Chozo Rando. So all of the items in Chozo statues are major items plus the ammo you need to beat the game. So theoretically, you could beat a Chozo seed by only checking items in Chozo locations, which is all of the Chozo statues plus a few extra statues or a few extra spots like Varia, right side supers and wreck ship behind Ridley, just so bosses give you a guaranteed major item. So there's some fun stuff that we'll explain as time goes on. I believe in the ceiling is not a Chozo location, but it
Yeah,
is nice to
no,
check, just get that early ammo.
right. I also oftentimes think about like skipping this check. Um, But obviously, it's still pretty risky because your bombs could very well be here, or your progression even. Because I think you can. There could be. Wait a minute. This follows a certain logic, right or no?
Yes, like I said, there's Chozo items, and how the how the randomizer works is you can beat the game given only the items at the Chozo locations. So in this case, the Chozo location that they found, I guess, I believe Alpha Missiles is a Chozo location, and they found super missiles there.
Yeah.
So they have their Chozo supers so that they are able to get through, for example, two early supers, or rather, the Brinstar Reserve Tank in Logic would be the next Chozo item, as well as bombs, of course. But that gives them one of their progression items in order to get into Brinstar. So this item here at the bomb statue will need to be an item to get them over to Brinstar. Even if they already had power bombs, for example, they would need to get an item that breaks the bomb block. And here it is, actually their Chozo power bombs, so makes things a little bit easier for us, knowing that they have the power bomb pack they're supposed to already.
Right. And they could also very well have found, I guess, an also set of power bombs. Obviously, in a different seed, not in this one, because as we just saw, it was just two missiles at the Blue Brinstar E tank. Um, what I do like about these Chozo randomizers is, again, it doesn't really apply to this particular seed, but it does kind of prompt you with with a choice. Like if Screw Attack were at Bomb Torizo and you had like power bombs, obviously it couldn't have been, but like you have a choice to either go check the 230 missiles Chozo or to go to Gauntlet. Um, what do you think it would be wise to go to Gauntlet though? Would you opt to always check it?
I think if you get screw attack, it's probably worth to check it. But then again, I've seen Maniacal die in Gauntlet already. You see him immediately run to the save. I don't blame him. I think I told the story already, but we actually did a practice dash race, me and Maniacal, and so we actually both died in Gauntlet at basically the same time.
Oh
And then after that,
yeah.
Maniacal still died in Gauntlet in the race versus Ashter afterwards. And then I had another early Gauntlet that I made sure to save because I wasn't about to also die to Gauntlet. It's been rough. That's our team's main weakness so far. Has just been getting through Gauntlet alive. So we'll see if Maniacal can pull it off here.
I wonder if you could change team names like mid league.
We should just change our team name to the most recent Fantoon pattern we got in a seed. Our team is just constantly changing. All right, so here's one of their Chozo E-tanks. I believe there are 3 Chozo tanks and a Chozo reserve, and you actually need all 4 of them in order for most hell runs to be in logic. So you'll see, especially in Chozo Rando, you'll see most people go to wreck ship first, even though the top check isn't. Wait, hold on, let me correct myself. The top check, the wreck ship reserve, isn't actually a Chozo item. So since that's not a major, you're able to check all of the items. And plus, unless you have Varia or all of the E-tanks that the game gives you, hell runs aren't actually in logic. So you're less likely to find a good item, if that makes sense.
Oh, right. Meaning, yeah, you're most likely to just pass up on whatever items that you would normally find, like in any other randomizer.
Something like that, yeah. But you see this E-tank that they're getting here at the end of Gauntlet. That doesn't count towards their Chozo items. So even if they get enough energy to do hell runs in logic, it still wouldn't be in logic unless they found enough energy tanks from Chozo locations. And so that's the thing you kind of have to keep in mind when doing Chozo Rando. That's why some people like it a lot, because there's a lot of theory crafting on the fly involved, basically. Maybe at the cost of being able to go as fast as possible. So it's a different style from the dash Rando we just had last week. If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. Now, I do also wonder, like, are there any changes to suits in Chozo?
I believe it's the same as Major Minor, where Gravity doesn't have heat protection, and Varia has the half environmental damage protection. There's their Chozo reserve, so looking like it might be a seed where it's actually viable to go down if they do get enough Chozo tanks. I believe somebody in chat said you need 3 of 4 for hell runs to be in logic. Hopefully that's correct, because I'm going to be referencing that for the rest of the stream.
That would actually be... Yeah, I don't want to throw off the viewers and or listeners.
True. If you're listening to us with your eyes closed, then hope you're having a great nap and or whatever else you might be doing listening to this stream with your eyes closed.
I think it's because they know that you're on commentary, and it's just you have that NPR voice, you know?
Oh, true. You're right. This is definitely going to be the cozy commentary. But you actually see Sasho skipping one of the major areas in this early segment of the game, the Etakun area. That's because there is no Chozo item there. So unless you're in need of ammo, going here is a bit more of a waste, I guess. Obviously, you can find a lot of ammo and a lot of energy, which can be useful, but you aren't going to find any major items. You will find a major item here at the Spore Spawn location, so both runners are going to be backdooring Spore Spawn. Looks like they both got the shot first try. There's high jump. So nice item. Still haven't found anything necessarily required, though, or rather something that will dictate where the logic wants them to go first, whether they want to go up to ship or down to Norfair.
I'm
Remember
willing
that.
to.
Oh, sorry. You
No,
go
go on.
first.
Nice.
I was gonna say that Varia suit, despite not being in a Chozo statue, is a Chozo item, so that changes things. Speaking of Varia, we've got it
Yeah,
right there. So
good job.
I predicted it. Trust.
So, I mean, now that they have high jump boots and Varia, it could very well lead both the runners to go ahead and um, head down into Lower Northfair. You know, if they feel comfortable. I feel like Monaco would be.
Oh yeah, Maniacal is definitely comfortable. He's already halfway to having Ridley, and he's got enough other items to make it through Wreck Ship. This E-Tank here at Green Hill missile will be really nice as well. So I expect him to just do a single trip Norfair with what he's been given so far.
And I feel like my approach to this would be to pretty much kind of check everything that happens to be like in the same room. You know, I guess regarding minor items, anything that you don't really have to go into the next door over, you know, and ask for a cup of supers. Ooh, Sasha's going up.
Nice. He got the didn't get the hero shot. Look like, but he might not necessarily be going up to Wreck Ship. The Alpha Power Bombs are another Chozo item that you don't really see as commonly in other randomizers, such as Major Minor. So some runners will opt to check this and then actually go back down, depending on what they find. So we'll see what Sasho gets. He doesn't really have a super comfortable way to get across to Wreck Ship, so I imagine he'll be going down unless this is a major. And X-ray
Major
scope.
X-ray. Yeah.
Maybe not what you want to get across the moat, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Maniacal getting his bombs at Spazer.
It kind of reminds me of, in a way, making the X-ray check in any other randomizer before heading up.
Yeah, something like that, but obviously a little bit less risky since X-ray check, unless you have a specific set of items, is not particularly easy. There's some people who can do it, but most people aren't as comfortable with that kind of thing. But yeah, you're pretty right. It's just another thing you can decide to check earlier or later. Does give Maniacal a slight advantage, but we'll see if he decides to check that later or not.
Right, because I mean, Sasha Boss, I'm pretty sure should be aware of, you know, Maniacal and his skill as a Super Metroid Randomizer player. So I'm pretty sure that Maniacal would also want to be making like some different type of plays. Because it could have been Speed Booster or it could have been Space Jump that he found. Wait, could it have? Or is it only the necessary items? I
Yeah,
think I keep.
all the major items are randomized. Plus, I
Okay.
believe it's 2 missiles, 2 supers, a power bomb, 3 E tanks, and a reserve.
Okay,
I
I just want to make
believe.
sure.
So they
Because
actually
I keep.
haven't found their Chozo missiles yet, I don't think. So that's something to note. Which doesn't really prevent them from doing anything, but it does mean that a later check could end up resulting in just a missile pack at a Chozo location instead of something good, which is less than ideal, of course.
So you really got to keep tabs on everything. There's no like, I guess not since they're using the regular tracker. But you know how A Link to the Past has that cross-product tracker?
Right.
I wonder if anyone has ever thought about. I mean, if these get a little bit more popular, maybe with this league, they will. But you know, kind of keeping track of what items they found already. You know, that are Chozo items.
I believe there is a Chozo location tracker. I don't know if either of the runners are using it personally, but it's definitely possible. But yeah, Maniacal, definitely one of the better runners at just keeping track of information. I would say that's probably his strength as a randomizer player.
Right.
So this is definitely an area where he excels. Apparently, it's not getting the morph under that gate. Took him a couple tries, but he got it. And of course, if you're just tuning in, I am on Maniacal's team, so I am going to make fun of him a little bit more than I would somebody else. It's
Yeah,
not
this
that
is
I
not
think he's bad. I just
malicious.
know he's bad because he's on my team.
Hey, look, there it is. You called it. That missile out of
Yep.
Chozo.
Better it shows up now than later, of course, but there is the first of 2 Chozo missiles, I believe. So we're going to get a nice high five here, except Maniacal's going to avoid that one by going above Sasho.
That's just how he rolls.
Yep. So we'll
Some
see
good
what
drops.
the item is here at high jump. Does get a vanilla E-tank there, which is nice. The game is pretty nice. There are, of course, 11 E-tanks that can appear at minor locations, or non-Chozo locations, whichever you prefer. So you can get plenty of energy outside of Chozo locations. There's Charge Beam, so
Nice.
one thing I was going to bring up is that Charge Beam actually can't be behind Crocomire or behind Ridley, because in logic, you need those items to beat those bosses. So that can be a thing that plays into how you want to route the seed, but getting Charge Beam earlier makes that kind of a moot point. So we'll see if that impacts Maniacal's decision. He might have been less likely to check Crocomire if he didn't have Charge Beam, actually, just because it couldn't have Charge Beam. And say if he finds Gravity or something, then he will know that there really isn't any point to going to Crocomire because it won't have anything required. Well, if he finds Gravity and a way to get through to Botwoon. You kind of know what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
You're making perfect sense, trust me. You are. It's just there is a lot that goes into like the thinking. Like you said, it's gonna be on the fly. It's gonna be as you see it. Um I just keep noticing that Maniacal does do what I guess what I would think of doing, which is checking, yeah, the minor items that are in that room. Like if you happen to be in it and you know that there's a minor item, doesn't hurt to check. It could, in Maniacal's case, since I'm assuming he wants to go to Lower Norfair as soon as possible, given that he has uh, high jump and Varia, he's looking for extra E tanks and even the ammo, like extra supers, maybe even missiles. Obviously, like what's ideal? Power
Yeah, I think
bombs.
Maniacal's looking for 30 supers more so than extra energy. But obviously 4 E-tanks is a little bit sketchy. There's your second Chozo super missile, so that's actually going to be pretty nice for Maniacal, considering his position.
Right.
But does want one more pack ideally, but there's a few minors that he'll be able to check on his way. What is rough is he doesn't have a great way out of screw attack. He does have a way. He can do normal bomb jumping, but it is pretty slow, and we'll see if Maniacal actually opts to skip that check or not. I doubt he will, but it is possible, and I would not blame him for the play.
I mean, I guess it could very well depend on what he ends up finding. Because my guess is that, oh, nice, there's all 30 supers for Maniacal. It's going to make quick work of Ridley when he gets there. My guess
And
with.
sorry, you
Hmm?
go.
I was gonna say was that with Maniacal, I think Spring Ball. That's now he has a way out for sure. Out of the screw attack room.
Maniacal got an extra super pack over Sasha somewhere. I didn't see where, but that does put him in a, I would say, actually a significantly more comfortable position. Super.
I'm also curious as to like what Sasha Boss might be thinking, because I am a little bit more familiar with Maniacal's approach to randomizers. Whereas Sasha Boss, I wonder if he's. I know obviously he's wanting like gravity. Here he has charge, maybe ice, like anything that's that would be fundamental, to completing the game.
Maniacal kind of wants that E-Tank, actually. I'm surprised he didn't backtrack to go get it. But he is going to be entering his lava dive. He does have high jump, and because of the suit changes in the Varia Rando, which the Chozo Rando is from, he does take half damage from the lava. So this should be a pretty comfortable lava dive. I don't think somebody like Maniacal will mess it up, but I am directly trying to jinx him because he is my teammate. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know you're a meanie panini. But
Something
check
like
this
that.
out. It's going to be a first try by Maniacal.
I believe it.
Do you or do you not?
I do. And so does Maniacal. Gets it first try.
Good
Nice
job,
and easy.
Maniacal.
Gonna take another save, actually. Probably just gonna save scum the screw attack location. If it happens to be something bad, then he'll just reset. But I don't really know what something bad can be at this point.
I mean, would it even be worth it? I would guess not, because you can escape out of there quickly and you save yourself from having to endure that annoying elevator transition again.
Yeah, I guess there is still one more Chozo missile still in play, but the odds of screw attack being that are pretty low. It's a nice, fairly quick green gate glitch. Third try, I believe it was.
He's strapped on super missiles, so yeah, that's what he wants. I wonder what Sasha Boss gonna walk, maybe? No, he wants that too. Oh, speed booster from Maniacal.
Yep, that gives him an even more comfortable way out of the room, actually. It's going to do the in-room setup, looks like. Doesn't quite get it, though.
Did you hope that he didn't get it? Is that why he didn't get it?
What? That's not what I said.
But did you think it?
Maybe.
I heard that.
So Sasha actually checked the Norfair Reserve area. I assume he just checked it to look for his 6th super pack, but didn't actually find it, so he is still looking for one more to get an even 30.
Even with that, though, like, Sasha Boss has enough regular missiles to still kill Ridley comfortably. But I do understand that Ridley is a nuisance, and so are Ridley's patterns. So you can, expect to maybe miss anywhere between 1 through 30 super missiles during the fight.
Yeah, like I said, Maniacal got an extra super pack from or over Sasha somewhere. I didn't see where, but it's actually giving him a pretty sizable advantage because of the miners that Sasha is checking just to try to get to 30 supers. Whereas Maniacal is just skipping miners at this point. He's got enough.
Oh, Sasha Boss. Thankfully, as Derpy mentioned earlier, Warrior does have that heat protection.
Yeah, he has enough ammo to Crystal Flash too, so he's pretty comfortable. Although, personally, I believe he saved, so I'm a fan of just resetting if he got low enough to have to Crystal Flash, but he does get it, so he's just fine. Maniacal is going to check this one miner. It is an E-tank, which is probably the best case for him, honestly. Get that extra HP for Ridley. Only has various dudes, so
sad.
Ridley's attacks will do 80 damage. Or, well, if you make contact with Ridley, rather. Which is a lot of damage, considering he still only has 5 E-tanks after finding that one. So, you definitely want to be a little bit more careful. But with 30 supers, it shouldn't be too dangerous of a fight.
What boss fight scares you the most? Like during randomizers, would you say? What's one that you just like, I hope I don't have to face this boss under these conditions?
I would say, like, I don't know if scared is the right word for it, but
okay. We'll go with something more derpy, like frightening.
Alright, sure. What I'm most frightened of personally is like doing a lower percent Dragon fight where you don't have like a good way to kill him quickly, or like you enter the fight with not enough ammo and you have to be slow, which is less scary as it is just annoying, but it is annoying. Alright, so Maniacal has 29 supers entering the fight. As long as he doesn't miss any, he'll just need 6 extra missiles and Ridley will be fine. Looks like he's shooting a few extra missiles just to be safe.
Yeah, I would say shooting missiles is probably a really good play. Anything to just keep more supers without having to exhaust them all. So I'm a fan.
Looks like he missed 1 super, so he's going to go back to the missiles for a bit. But Ridley should be dead now. And Maniacal knows it.
Yeah, he pumped in.
Being kind of mean, though.
Pretty much all of them, but it's cool, obviously, because better safe than sorry.
Alright, and behind Ridley is also a additional Chozo item, so we'll see if it's anything good. And Plasma Beam, I would say that's good. Actually going to benefit Sasho a good amount because he has that X-ray. We'll be able to kill Botwoon, Dragon, Fantoon a little bit quicker if he is comfortable with the X-ray strats there. Whereas I wouldn't be surprised if Maniacal doesn't check the Alpha Powerbomb location at all, considering he's... I guess he still needs Gravity Suit, so maybe he will. I guess we'll see.
Right. I guess this being a different randomizer, you know, being chosen now, would you agree that checking Croc is much more punishing?
Yeah, I would say so. There's only 1 Chozo item at Croc, I believe. It's just Grapple. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. So, you do have that decreased chance, I guess, of finding a good item. And remember, there is still 1 more E-tank and 1 more missile at Chozo locations, I believe. So you can really get screwed over by this Croc play, but there are also a lot of big ticket items, you know, Ice, Gravity, even Space Jump that can be at Croc. So I would definitely say it's worth it, but it also could very well be a bad gamble. And I think in general it is worse than in other randomizers, but obviously it depends on the situation.
Yeah, we're gonna find out right now to see what Maniacal does. I think about it only because I'm just kind of like putting myself in Maniacal's shoes. What he wants to do next, you know, where he wants to check. You say that it could possibly be worth it. How would you go about it though? Because from my perspective, what I think I would do if I want to make the Croc check is save at Bubble Mountain, go check, you know, go do all your Croc and your Grapple Chozo check. If it's a bust, reset, because you do have Speed Booster, and then you can just nope on out through the Frog Speedway. Or is there a better place to do that?
You could opt to save if you're really comfortable with short charging. You could opt to save right outside Crocomire, and if it's nothing, just do the Croc escape. It's not great with this item set. I guess you can just jump from the bottom with speed boost or high jump, but it looks like that's what Maniacal is going to do. Or maybe he just leaves. No, he's checking Croc. Might not even opt to safety save at all and just go with whatever the game gives him.
I think the reason why Monaco would kind of make this play anyway is it's pretty much assuming that maybe Sasha Boss would be making the same plays. So I don't know for what reason. Oh, Monaco's gonna make this play though. Saving on out of
It's
here.
gonna save.
Which I guess is convenient if he wants to check the minor item at I don't even know the name of that one room.
Croc escape.
This one? No, the one like above it.
No,
Or
that
like
is Croc
above.
escape.
The whole
Like the
thing is
ro-
Croc Escape? Oh no, because
Well,
that's Croc Highway? I don't even. I'm a boomer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Croc Speedway, maybe? I don't know.
Teach me the ways again, Derpy. Molas
I don't know
land.
either. I just pretend to know and people believe me somehow.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, maybe I should just keep that. Yeah, the Croc Escape though. I don't really see anything that Monaco could possibly want. Maybe he just wants another missile pack, you know?
Well, he isn't checking the item behind Croc, which is kind of strange to me because it's not really a item check cost
No.
due to it being behind Croc. Sasho actually needs to be careful on Ridley. He's exhausted most of his ammo and
It doesn't look dead.
quite low. Yeah, Ridley's not dead. I'm surprised
Screw
he's not
attacking.
using power bombs.
Oh, now. Oh, careful, Sasho. Just get grabbed, please. No. I'm sorry, Sasha Boss. Ridley
Once
was
again,
dead.
there's that. Yeah, I agree. I think Ridley was dead. But there's that one extra super missile that Maniacal picked up that coming into play.
Yeah.
Just having 30 supers. Looks like we lost Maniacal. Oh, he reset. Okay.
Yeah. What
I
what
think
do
there
you
was
mean
an
by we
E-tank.
lost Maniacal? You want Maniacal to lost? Is that it?
Hold up. This is exactly what I meant. How did you figure it out?
It's all subliminal. No,
Yeah,
you
but I
just made a
believe that
reset.
was the last Chozo E-tank there at Grapple, so he is just going to leave that behind. No big
I was
surprise
excited
there.
to see the short charge spark out of there.
I don't think Maniacal's super comfortable with that short charge. It's tight.
No, you're tight.
What?
Yeah, bringing back that
You can't say
really
that on
old school.
broadcast.
Yeah, I can. You're tight, you know, like 90s lingo tight, you know? Like tight like in the 90s tight.
Yeah, all right. That's what you
Oh
meant.
my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Derpy. Okay, Sasha Boss going back for round dos.
Yeah, I wonder where Maniacal is going to go from here. Does get a nice Alpha Spark. I think he's gonna check X-Ray, actually. He's got the health for it. I believe spikes only do 15 damage when you have Varia with the suit changes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Can't believe that they do. Do wonder how. All right, well, I mean, it's perfectly fine. I keep forgetting that you can do this like super comfortably with speed and high jump.
Yeah, and with Varia, you just take so little damage from spikes. There's the gravity suit. So that's go mode for Maniacal. I don't expect him to really spend time checking anything else. He's got a nice beam combo for the rest of the game. And he has the ability to make it through the rest of the game, so he'll probably just be jetting through the rest. He might check a few items, like behind Dragon. Looks like Sasho got Ridley on the second try, so
Good job.
it was a bit of a much cleaner fight. Looks like he missed less ammo because the fight was actually pretty quick. So Sasho does have the one advantage of having X-Ray, which Maniacal will likely not be picking up ever. So he will be able to have faster boss fights in Meridia and Wrecked Ship, which I think Maniacal's pretty comfortably in the lead unless something catastrophic happens. Which is possible, we've seen it before.
We've also not seen it before, too.
True.
I remember this one time. I remember this one time when we didn't see Dragon chain damages.
Yep. Was a good time.
I'll always remember those non-chain damage Dragons. I think they happen often enough where, you know, I just get to celebrate on behalf of the runners. They're like, oh yeah, I killed Dragon. Like, there you go, Super Metroid runner. Good job.
We're all Super Metroid runner on this blessed day.
Thank you for joining us. And my co-commentator is Super Metroid runner. Also, make sure to give both Super Metroid runner a follow to see Maniacal approaching Batoon.
Doesn't have a super comfortable fight. It's gonna use the plasma shield. I don't know how effective it is, but he sure did it.
That's the 2021 tech. They all do 300, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the plasma shields only do 300, so not super effective, but is a super worth of damage that he got in without using a super, so that's nice. He misses all 3 supers to Batoon's hitbox being not quite where it should be. Not ideal, but he'll be fine.
The hitbox is randomized, no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
What do you think Sasha boss play is going to be? I'm pretty sure he might be heading up to Wreck Ship, because as we know, gravity's in X-ray, and as it stands, Sasha boss does not have any way to get there, unless he also decides.
It looked like
he did.
So he's probably behind, and he is thinking that.
Oh.
So he might skip a few checks, and I'm hoping that X-Ray isn't one of the checks he skips, because then he is in a bit of trouble.
Okay.
He's just gonna powerbomb the tube, because by the time he gets back here, hopefully he'll have gravity suit. Basically just making the call that it's not Croc, because I don't think gravity can actually be anywhere in Meridia with the Chozo logic.
I feel like maybe Sasha boss might be going to X-Ray.
Yeah, I think with that refill, that tells me he's probably going to X-Ray, which is good. He will be getting his gravity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we were joking about chain damage earlier, but Maniacal is going for some Shine Sparks on Dragon, so see how many more he does. Looks like he was just doing the one to open the fight. He's just going to finish it off with plasma shots. Dragon gives him a lot of swoops.
Yeah, good fight. Quick. Oh. Sasha boss.
You need to run for most of this little ledge in order to get the jump height because of how jumping works with speed booster. It isn't a. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure. Maybe you can describe it better.
Spacey.
There's the vanilla space jump, so gonna make movement a little bit nicer for Maniacal. Gonna be able to get that Womple jump out of Coliseum if he so desires. Doesn't quite get it, but that's all right.
He didn't desire it.
Yeah, he didn't desire it hard enough. I don't know.
I guess, and also like another thing to make note, because I guess I hadn't thought about jumping with high jump and speed booster from that little nice boop there, Maniacal. From that little tile with no spikes. But I guess I would have just been like super comfortable. Like if I fell off and I didn't get it first try, I'd probably just land on the spikes and run and jump after taking a hit. Just so that I don't have to like worry so much about the setup. I feel like that would maybe possibly cost me some time.
Taking damage in this game is scary though. Like your whole body just flies backwards when you take damage, literally. So you can just fly backwards when taking damage. That's a feature.
That is true.
Yeah, it's scary stuff, dude. Like a lot of people kind of don't get to think quite as clearly when taking damage. Even seasoned runners, if you will. Maniacal actually checking the Alpha Powerbomb's location is going to get a nice reward out of it with the X-ray scope, but I'm kind of surprised he's making this check at all, actually.
I guess it's not so, so much far out of the way. Like if it were ice, it could definitely save him a bunch of time, like on that off chance that it was ice.
Yeah, we'll probably see him check right side super since that's another location that's been changed to a Chozo location. That's another one that's pretty close. You don't have to go too far out of the way. And there aren't a whole lot of items left. It's just Ice Wave and a Missile Pack, I believe. And Grapple. It could be Grapple as well. But there's a 1 in 4 chance that it's Ice. And a 2 in 4 chance that it's a beam, and either beam would be helpful, really, just doing extra damage to Mother Brain. So I think it's a worthy check, and that's what Maniacal was banking on there. Like, it's a 3 in 5 that item, the Chozo or the Alpha Power Bomb, was a useful item because X-Ray helps him a little bit with Fantoon, and either of the beams are helpful. So there was a 60% chance, basically, that item was something useful. And that's kind of what a lot of people like about Chozo. It's like, even late game, your decisions can actually matter a lot. Just playing the odds and deciding whether or not you want to make checks or not is something a lot of people enjoy about randomizers, and that's something that is kind of accentuated with Chozo Rando. I don't know if I used that word correctly. Somebody tell me.
Yeah, you used the word matter correctly. And you know who matters? You matter.
Aw.
Speaking of matter, got 2 bosses. Well, 3 bosses. We have Fantoon, Dragon, and Sasho boss on screen right now.
True.
About to show, yeah, these X-ray strats.
Not sure if he was waiting long enough in between X-rays. Actually, I guess he was. There's a you have to wait for the enemy's iframes to disappear before you can actually do damage with the plasma shot again with X-ray. And so ideally you want to press X-ray about 3 times a second. Like you hold X-ray for 20 frames and let go for 5 frames, I believe, for perfectly optimal X-ray. But what you saw Sasha do actually was just hold the X-ray for longer to get rid of the iframes, and then I believe he actually let go of the button for less. So he was able to do that and keep the beam relatively in place so that he could make sure that he one-rounded Dragon with the one shot. Meanwhile, Maniacal did check the right side super location. It was just grapple beam, so kind of unfortunate. Like I said, there was a 2 in 4 chance that it was something he wanted, but he's not going to be losing sleep over that one, I imagine.
Yeah, no, not at all. Does he could check Gauntlet maybe, but
Well, he already checked Gauntlet.
oh, I thought it was Sasha Boss that checked it.
No, they both
Yeah.
checked Gauntlet.
See, you got that whole dying at Gauntlet thing stuck in my head.
It's true. That's why I remembered it, because I'm so used to Maniacal dying at Gauntlet. Someone in chat saying "Go Apathy Duck," so gonna have to echo that sentiment. Go Apathy Duck. I hope he wins this race. What are your thoughts? How are you thinking Apathy's gonna do here? Think he's in a good spot?
Kind of apathetic as to how they're performing, because see, me, I do not have any ties to either of these teams. You clearly have the bias, against your own teammate, apparently. I just want a nice, clean fight between Maniacal and Sasha Boss, and they're, performing quite well. Just no hitting below the belt.
I would never. Alright, Maniacal does need to use power bombs for the Turian, for the Metroid rooms. So does get a nice room 1 strat. Hits the Rinka spawner actually, so all the Metroids fly to him from off screen, so is able to get a nice 3-hit Metroid room 1. I believe it's because if you damage the Rinka spawner, it damages everything in the room, and damaging the Metroids cause them to target you from off screen or something like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
So nice little strat for anyone looking to have safer powerbomb Metroid rooms.
And if you want like some sort of, I don't know, some canon to why this works, just pretend that you're blowing up their Red Hot Cheerios and it hurts them on the inside that you're doing that to those poor Metroids, and you need to stop. But obviously you don't want to stop because you need to do it to beat the game.
Yeah, something like that.
Look, I tried.
Hey, you know what? You succeeded. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Oh, thanks. Sasha Boss with a clean microwaved calamari.
Calamari?
Yeah. Isn't that a squid?
I guess. You could say that. Maniacal actually attempting the baby skip without wave beam and is doing a pretty good job, actually. I think he's going to get it. Nice. Okay. Took a while, but he got there.
I was like seeing those baby skips. Just shooting one weed at a time.
Sasho also going to be checking this right side super. Going to be a bit disappointed, but we'll see if he decides to check Wreck Ship E-Tank. I don't think he will, but it's possible technically.
Could be the game changer. Could be that last E-Tank that we were all looking for.
True, could be. There's a non-Chozo reserve tank. Michael's energy is actually a bit low.
Yeah, I mean, he still has the whatever he has in his reserve, but still not out of the woods. And what's annoying about killing the Rinkas without ice is that they respawn almost instantaneously.
Yeah, he does have, I believe, a 30-shot fight with just Plasma Beam, and he does have full movement items, so he should be okay, but is always a bit scary, because Mother Brain can kind of troll you every once in a while, and... Well, there's the last Chozo missile. There was a missile, not an E-Tank that was left.
Wowee.
So the last Wreck Ship Chozo item is in bowling. It's the missile leading up to the Wreck Ship Reserve. I don't think Sasha will go check it, but it's not impossible. Maniacal got hit.
He's fine though.
Oh, now he's
not fine. Don't say that so casually, dude. Like, please. Just kidding. Yeah. Oh goodness. He has 2 though, right? No. Or he has 1?
Does he have 2?
Oh my goodness. He saved at the ship, but
did he save at the ship?
Yeah.
Oh, he saved at the ship.
He saved at the ship. So, Monaco putting up some content for Speed Gaming. Make sure to follow the runners.
Oh my!
Not because
of
the
runners
this happening, but because the circumstances that led us to this point right now. Derpy, can I ask something?
What?
You're not smiling, are you?
Oh, I'm not smiling at all.
Oh my gosh, I heard the smile. I heard the smile. Chat, did you hear the smile? Oh, okay. Either way, that's like really, really unfortunate. Maniacal. It hurts, it pains me.
Well, he is still in the lead by a bit. And I think I favor him execution-wise over Sasho from what I've seen.
Right. Sasho boss does have a little bit more health over Maniacal, but I do wonder if Maniacal is going to be playing it just a little bit safer.
Yeah, you're going to see Sasha do the more common power bomb strat where he just runs up to group all the Metroids and then power bombs them. I don't know why he was trying to bomb them off there. It wouldn't really accomplish a whole lot, I feel like.
I mean, probably just so that he doesn't die to death. He's already had half health, pretty much.
Yep. Fortunately, having Spring Ball helps a lot in rooms 2 and 4, just dodging all these Metroids. So
it's a nice little cute game of Leapfrog.
It is a pretty cute game of Leapfrog. Also deadly, but, you know.
Yeah, like, cute, like, in a deadly way.
Yeah, it's like, you see, like, what am I trying to say here? You see, like, a lion cub eating, like, the carcass of a gazelle or something. Like, it's deadly, sure, but, like, it's also kind of cute, you know?
Yeah, like I couldn't help but like say, "Aw, look at how it's eating that zebra."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Monaco gonna 2 for 2 baby skip.
Yep.
Nice. He's got full health this time, so he should be a little bit more comfortable. I believe he was a little bit low actually last time.
Okay, so Maniacal now going for the save. I
He was going for the save, but if he has to use it, then he's already in trouble. But obviously he doesn't know that, so I would say I like the call, if nothing else, just as a confidence thing, if that makes sense. Like after you've died once, you're obviously gonna be shaken, right? It's like, oh no, I died. I don't know how close my opponent is.
right.
This could be bad. So like just having the save, just like whatever happens, at least I'm going to be able to finish and not going to lose a whole lot of time. I don't like what he was doing there. But I do think it's a mental thing more than anything to save there.
And I understand it for sure. Sasha Boss is. Yeah, I was wondering if Sasha Boss was gonna try this out. Clean though. Stutter short charge. Oh no,
Oh no.
that's not good.
Is he
Uh,
stuck?
yeah, you're stuck. If that happens, you're stuck. And and he didn't save. So what he can do is he can crystal flash out of this. Uh, but
Uh,
he doesn't have the power bombs for it, so he can't. Oh no, Sasha Boss. This happened to see Scotty W at a GDQ one time, IRL, and
IRL.
yeah. So when I think it was like SGDQ 2018, we were racing 100%, and he did this, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's the end. He can't finish it." But I'm like, "No, dude, you can totally crystal flash out of it, for the fans."
Well, fortunately for Maniacal, it does take a catch-up hit, but is able to get to Mother Brain 3. So he was in a good position regardless, but both runners not going to be super happy with how Torian went.
Yeah, that being that close to finishing, you can see the light, the finish line and everything, but it hurts.
Yeah, making mistakes like that, especially right at the end, always feels real bad. Even in situations like these where neither one really affected the outcome, like it feels bad to have that happen right at the end. And I mean, Turian's a pretty difficult part of the game, to be honest.
I agree. Yeah, I don't know how many people practice Torian, but I will hands down uh, just admit to the fact that I did not, for like the majority of my speedrunning career, I've never practiced Torian really.
I mean, I think a lot of people just practice Metroid rooms really, and that's it. Which obviously I'm not blaming them because that's exactly what I do, but yeah, it's like because these are the rooms that are hard per se, like execution wise. There's a lot of like I think like the optimal strats for these rooms is like 300 APM or something ridiculous like that because you're constantly switching between ice shots and super shots. It's pretty ridiculous, but like
Yep.
you don't really grind the rest of the area, and sometimes just bad things can happen. It's hard. I don't know.
Well, Maniacal's on his way out. Could be the first to blow up the planet.
Yep, we'll see if he decides to save the animals. Does need to get the spark out first. I think he went for a blue bomber, actually. I didn't see, but didn't quite get it.
I gotta applaud the attempt for a blue bomber.
It's a nice trick.
Sasha Boss is. I think Sasha Boss knows that he's pretty much lost, I feel. But he's giving a good attempt here at the baby skip.
Yeah, once he sees the dot done from Maniacal, he's gonna realize how close it actually was after Maniacal took his first death and before Sasho took his. I guess I shouldn't say first, but like, you know, before Maniacal took his only death and before Sasho took his hopefully only death, or reset rather. It was actually very close, like about 15 seconds apart, and it very well could have gone Sasho's way since Maniacal actually had a pretty messy Mother Brain 3 in escape. But Maniacal is going to finish. I am not in the SRL chat, so I don't know what the official time is, but the time on screen is 1 hour and 23 seconds. As Sasho does get the speed zep skip that time. I think he actually got the short charge first try both times.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, really impressive stuff from Sasho. That is not easy. But GG to Maniacal. Obviously rough playing the second half, or playing Turian out again after taking a death like that. But luckily did save recently and was able to clutch out the run.
I hacked into the SRL main database, and it says Maniacal finished with a 1 hour and 19 seconds.
Okay. I don't know if final time actually matters this season of Rando League for tiebreakers or anything like that. I think it's just based off of record within your team. Not entirely sure if that's true, though. Oh, Sasho also has to be a bit careful. He's a bit low on Mother Brain. Shoots Mother Brain right in the kneecap. Doesn't work, but it should work. So we'll see if Maniacal is joining us for an interview. I imagine he is, but like I said, I'm not in the SRL, so...
I'm trying to convince him, or bribe him to join right now.
Bribe?
Yeah, I said, yo, here's what I said verbatim. Yo, Maniacal 42, wanna become famous? Hold on, that's the wrong one.
Want to become famous?
Maniacal 42, what's up? A long time no speak. How have you been? I've been good. Just kidding. Anyway, you want to get in on some interviews? And he said, yeah, I'll be in 1 sec. So.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you have to bribe my own teammate to talk to me. It's kind of rough. But we do have him here, Maniacal, in first place. GG on the win. How you feeling after that one?
Holy. And apparently, from the SRL chat, it seems like Sasho had something happen as well.
You both had something happen.
I definitely had something happen, but
I mean, I know that you like to, go back and watch these. I don't know if you want to know, or if you want to say, or if like you just want like Sasha Boss to tell you himself.
I mean, I guess we can just kind of leave it a mystery. I thought I had 2 reserves. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much with how you were playing it out after taking the third catch-up shot. By
Yeah.
the
I was
way,
just
what
like,
the heck?
I was just like, as long as I figured I'm like, I have both suits. I have 2 reserves. I can tank these catch-ups. And then like, I didn't have a second reserve when I menued, and I was like, oh god, oh gosh, that's really not like. They were calculated catch-ups, as it were. Like, I was like, okay, I probably should stop taking them now, and like started dodging, but I was just trying to, keep things moving along. But
I tried to stop Derp from laughing. First off,
I wasn't laughing, I swear.
see how like not serious, how sarcastic he sounds when he says that.
Yeah,
Oh no, I wasn't laughing. Please stop.
This is actually slander. What more?
I mean, I deserve it. Let's be real.
Nobody deserves that. No, nobody deserves.
I deserved that ketchup to the face.
Either way, you did some. You had some really good movement. You had some really good plays. Obviously, like, you and Sasho had like the same route essentially.
Oh wow, really? Okay. I was curious what route he would take. I thought that he might have gone up just to gamble and like force divergence, but then I was pretty sad to see grapple where it was, and I was like, oh gosh, if he went up, got grapple, went through got like ice or wave or whatever's behind bowling, and then went down and got gravity immediately. And I was trying to think like, okay, what would he have found? What wouldn't he have found? And trying to remember where all the items were.
Yeah, you've done. How many of these have you done?
On these splits, this is number 7
Okay.
for Chozo. So not so many Chozo seeds. I did do a couple as like offline practice, so I've probably done like at least 9.
Oh,
But
I think
at least
Sasha
6
was
of
trying to get
those
deep stuck in the X or in the animal door. I'm not sure why.
were at least 6 of those were very long ago, like League Season 2 or something.
oh, I forgot that. Yeah, they had those in season 2 completely.
Yeah,
Spaced them.
apparently. I was told that happened as well. I remembered that I had raced them at some point. I wasn't sure when that was, and then someone was like, "It was League Season 2. We did a few of them." That sounds about right.
Well, still, like, congrats on winning one for for your team. Much to Derpy's dismay.
I mean, I owed them one after last week and costing us on a death. I just need to stop dying. Like, how do you not die in Super Metroid Randomizer? Could I find that out, please?
I mean, you said it yourself. You just don't die.
I mean,
It's that easy.
you keep your health above 0. I'm not sure all of the implications of that requirement just yet, clearly.
I mean, you could keep your health at 0 and just pause buffer the rest of the game.
That's also true. But given all the frame windows of things that I missed in this run, I wouldn't trust me to keep that one alive.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
I can see that.
it was an interesting seed. It's interesting that we both apparently kind of took the same route. It looks like Sasha might be joining us here
Yeah.
shortly, and so I imagine I'll get to hear what the nonsense was that he had to deal with.
Oh, he's gonna go off. He's def. Sasha boss, welcome in.
Yeah, GG Sasha.
Take your time.
He's coming.
He's just no.
Oh,
I think he's.
I think he's
going.
fixing his mic.
Yeah. But like, I'm sorry that something happened to him. I'm sorry that something happened to both of us that apparently extended the race by multiple minutes.
Yeah, he was throwing for content. That's what it was.
Yeah, I just wanted to run back Torian and do a worse job with Powerbomb Metroids the second time. That was my big gambit.
Special boss? Okay. No. You just okay, maybe I shouldn't be the one that says something. Maybe someone else should tell him.
Just I'll go quiet next time he joins.
Okay. It's like
Apparently he's
awkward.
having issues hearing on Discord as well, so it might be an issue with his Discord rather than his mic. Hello?
Hey, can you hear us, Sasha?
Dang.
Oh, heck.
Can you hear what? I don't know what's
Oh.
going on, but
Oh, there we.
Ah.
I hear you.
finally I can hear. I don't know what was going on.
Oh my
But yeah.
gosh. Well,
GG.
Not happy.
Let it out. Just let it out, Sasha Boss.
Well,
Just
what?
Oh, no. You don't want me to let it out.
With speed
Not
gaming
on-
doesn't
not on
want you
speed
to let it
gaming.
out. We want you to let it out.
We do. The chat wants you to. It's
I
for
mean-
the content.
I'll say I also stooped pretty bad, but I'm curious what went wrong.
Well, all right. Let's start off with that Ridley fight. I can't believe that Ridley wasn't dead on that first fight. I think I only missed one super, right? I think on that fight, and then
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't think I missed a single missile either. So I thought maybe like 10 or 15 charged phasers should have done it, but apparently it didn't. So I wasted a lot of time there. And then, yeah, that Zeb skip. Oh, God. I didn't even know you could get stuck like that. And I
Yeah.
was hoping I could find a way out.
Like I had mentioned before, the only way that you could is well, I mean, I don't know if you want to tell when I go like what exactly happened, or if, because this is your story, obviously. It hurts to see when that happens.
Are you interested, Maniacal?
I mean, I am. I've got a big dumb of my own that I don't know if you'd rather hear that first or find out from the VOD.
Well, I did speed Zeb skip, and then I morphed and I got stuck in the
Oh,
Zebetite.
no. Did you have
So,
crystal
yeah.
flash ammo?
Nah.
Ugh.
I mean, I had like 6 full tanks, so if I was gonna wait, it was gonna take 5 to 10 minutes. Who knows?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
It was faster to just reset and reset at the ship. God.
Okay, yeah, I died to catch up and also ended up having to go back to the ship.
So if everything went well, you probably would have won, like comfortably.
I don't know. I mean, assuming that you don't have a botched Ridley and also don't have to reset to ship, I think I'm ahead then if I don't die. But like that's a lot of each of us punting.
Yeah, that would have been pretty close if I didn't
Yeah.
die at Ridley, because I wasted so much time on that fight. Oh my god.
I played it fairly conservative and like did a bunch of extra checks and like
Yeah, I think
farmed
I
and
did
took
too.
saves, and ultimately I needed at least the ship save.
Yeah, I did too. Man,
Did-
sounds like we did the same thing.
Yeah, did you end up finding Waver Ice? I guess either
reckon-
Meridia or top of wreck ship.
I reckon Wave was at Plasma and Ice was at Shack Tool.
Probably. I
I'll
did
check back
think
on the VOD.
I did think about checking Plasma on my way to wreck ship, but I still had Alpha Peeves to check, so I decided to go that way
Yeah, and there was
instead.
Yeah, there were still the 2 wrecked ship checks, so I was like,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
It was just a matter of like you can kind of sort of free route in one or the other. If you've already checked Alpha Peeps and want to gamble, it's reasonable to like Plasma to Forgotten Highway and just like take that route and get the check in. If you like really need a beam or something.
Yeah, I actually checked Alpha PBs first when I got to Red Tower.
Yeah,
Turned out it was just X-ray.
I was really close to making that play. I make that play probably about 50% of the time. And I just didn't this time. Honestly, not really sure why. Just kind of wanted to press the Varia suit, I guess, and get down and see what I could find with it. And give myself a little bit more consolidated of a I don't know, zone that I could go check with Wreck Ship and Alpha Peebs.
Yeah, that makes sense, but ammo was low on that seed, so that X-ray actually saved me with Fantoon, Botwin, and Dragon. So
oh, nice.
It worked out for me.
I had a really bad Botwoon and a pretty slow Dragon, but by Fantoon I had X-ray, so I got probably about the same fight, although mine was like a slow with an off-screen swoop, so your Fantoon was probably better than mine.
Same thing.
Oh, okay. Sounds like we both had some of the same garbage then.
You'd be surprised.
I'm gonna watch it back, so I'm sure I will be surprised.
That game has some what ifs, and
yeah.
Still, you put up a good race, especially towards the end. Definitely some really nice moments. Like you just have to find out for yourselves.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to it. I mean, Sasha's very, very good, so was looking forward to the race, but knew that it could definitely go either way. And so when I saw grapple to gravity as a potential, if you'd gone up to a wrecked ship and like knew that behind bowling could still be like ice beam or something really juicy, I got a little worried that I was like looking at like Sasha on like at least charge ice, but like with a bunch fewer checks by the time that he had both suits. Like if he'd gone up Red Tower, I was running through like permutations of item checks and trying to remember where everything was, thinking I could definitely be way behind right now because I like checked Croc and all sorts of garbage.
Oh, you checked Croc?
Oh yeah, I went down with my charged plasma and checked the grapple location before I went up to do the X-ray check on my way out of Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I just completely skipped Croc. I thought one item. It's probably nothing. Thank God it was.
Yeah, it was an E-tank, I want to say. I reset out of it, although that E-tank would have been pretty useful in hindsight. But yeah, it was an interesting seed.
That could have been a lot faster. That was a good seed.
Yeah. I think if you go up in that one, like you can really end up like probably mid 40s out of the seed if you're comfortable with sort of a lower loadout. But a lot of the stuff that we picked up in Norfair, especially Lower Norfair, was pretty nice convenience stuff. Getting what all was it? Like
I think it was
Plasma was there.
Speed was there.
Speed. And
that's it.
Yeah, I guess it's only 2 items down there.
Yeah, I mean, Red Ship seemed pretty empty. So I think if you went up, it probably would have wasted a lot of time, especially checking gravity missiles. Especially if that was nothing as well. Yeah, that could have been really bad.
Yeah, if gravity missiles isn't one of the outstanding beams, that can be bad. But you would have gotten grapple and you would have gotten gravity on your first trip down Red Tower. Did you do early X-ray and get gravity first?
No, I went all the way down to Lower Norfair and then got it on
Yeah.
the way out.
Yeah, same. That's why I checked Croc first. Is I was just working my way up to Alpha Peeps and Wrecked Ship, looking for, some sort of action to get me to go mode.
Did you check Wreck Ship E-Tank?
I did not know. When I was in Wrecked Ship, I had gotten gravity on the way up Red Tower. I did do Alpha Peeps on my way out of Meridia, and then got my X-ray, went in, did right side supers, but didn't do E-Tank. I figured if right side supers is Ice Beam or Wave Beam, then it's worth it, but everything else is just too slow. I mean, Iceless Torian's gonna cost right around 30-40 seconds probably, and that's like the E-Tank check is slower than that, and Ice is the best thing I could find.
There ended up being a missile there. What a waste of time.
Oh, you went that way? Shucks.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. So you saw your grapple beam and your missiles. Ugh.
Yeah.
Just looking for beams, or?
Yeah, pretty much. At that point.
These Chozo seeds are tough though. They like really put you in like low percent, because instead of 34 locations, now you're just like looking at 25 locations. It's a lot of go.
More spread out as well.
Mm-hmm. And some of them you just absolutely never want to go to, like Plasma, Shacktool, Grapple, Upper Wreck Ship.
Meridia is pretty much just Dragon, and that's it. The only viable checks there.
Yeah, unless you've got one of those seeds where like Varia is missing. But like, bless the folks who end up with that.
Yes,
unfortunate.
Because that'll be the last thing you check.
Exactly. You're just gonna full clear around it and go 25 for 25 and see find everything. So then it's just a matter of who full clears faster.
But yeah, other than that, Ridley Death and the Zeb skip, I think I played pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a 107 with those sorts of mishaps, where was your pre-Ridley save? Did you save like on the way down in the Red Key Hunter shaft, or were you all the way back to Elevator or something?
I was in the Key Hunter shaft.
Okay,
so I didn't lose that much time, but I
that's
still lost a bit.
Yeah, that's still probably like a 5-minute chunk sort of thing.
Nevdi. Shut up, Nevdi.
Heckin' Nevdi. I'm sad that I don't think I get to race Nevdi this league.
Because you get trash. That's why, right?
We have a tradition, Nevdi and I, where we just have these good races every league, and I don't think I'm getting one. Maybe if we both make the playoffs, then it could happen.
Nevdi in playoffs, Omega, yeah, we'll see. I'm just kidding. Nah, you guys are really good.
Nah, Nevdi's gotten super good lately, and probably would like trash me if we had to race, but I deserve it, so it would be fun anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that got a stacked lineup, headliners throughout this entire Rando League. Obviously, we have Derpy. He's sitting there quietly sipping his tea. I assume he drinks tea. I don't know. Do you drink tea?
I can't say I do.
Okay, well, he's sipping something. Maniacal with those good IPAs. Sasha Boss with the VB long necks. I think we're all strapped. We're just chilling tonight.
The league is full of excellent folks with excellent beverages.
I don't know if anyone else has.
No, I don't think
I want to add.
No, just big thanks to I think Joel or TJ Joel. I'm not sure. It looks very Bob Ross here in the Discord for the tracking, and Seffi and Derp for the commentary, and Sasha for the race. Looking forward to watching it back, and I'll get out of the way.
You're
So
both
welcome
good.
back.
Sasha, anything else you want to say?
Thanks for the restream. Thanks for the comms. And GG, Michael.
All right, Derpy, you want to close this out? I know you've been, just aching to say something.
I don't know about that one, but if we're all got our final thoughts out there, then thanks for watching. We got some more coming up tomorrow. I believe we have 2 races at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and I'll be commentating one of them. I don't remember which one, but I guess I'll figure that out once I get there.
It's probably the ones with the Super Metroid runners.
You would hope so, but
It's
you never know.
Randomizer.
Yeah, it's randomized stream to commentate. Hold up. No, but that's gonna do it for us for now. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.